Welcome to Amherst Stadium in Jacksonville, Alabama. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Condors and the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
As Jacksonville State's head coach told me before the game, he understands the battle today will be at the line of scrimmage. They come into the game with the best rushing offense in the country, but they are facing a top 10 rushing defense. We will see who makes it or breaks it at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted as the game goes on. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Gamecocks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Condors offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. And here comes the sophomore running back. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball. Here's the give off the left side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He'll run it again. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Condors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's right. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Hunt is on its way. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The Gamecocks offense will now get its first chance with the football. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Still on his feet at the 45. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Gamecocks right after the huge play through the air back to the line. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic on the... Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Hands it off on the counter. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. They'll run play action. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job. There's no gain on the play. We've come to the break, and Jacksonville State has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. And it'll be the Condors who will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
It's complete on the right side. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. And the Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Got a little grass. The 20. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Jacksonville State's offense comes out ready to start this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Goes high to pull it in. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing.
There's a little room there. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 1st downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense.
Grabs it. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for it.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! A great catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football.
Caught, and he's got room. Quick step and go. The 30, the 20, the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Condors!
And that is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep, and how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that, and we've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see them not adjust. And then, listen, you can see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner forward so he can come up and make a play.
The inside handoff. Picks up the first down. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 1st and 10 for the offense.
Here we go. Ready. Go, go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Savage.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Caught by Williams on the right. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Savage. Makes it past the marker. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Running inside. It's Savage.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the first down, and let's see if they try to convert on 4th. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. He's got him still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And they did tack on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Condors will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Gentry. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Jacksonville State's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no-huddle seems to be working because they've got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the 3rd quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here in this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for.
And that's the play the defense absolutely had to have. You know, going into halftime, you were down on the scoreboard. You just needed something really good to happen. And so right away, you get the interception, you create a turnover. That is huge. And it's critical now this offense is able to come on the field, take this thing down the field, score a touchdown, shorten this lead. You need complementary football right now.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Now on the option. Keeps it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's right. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Condor. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this 1st down. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's going for the big play. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. Makes the catch. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. To the air, it's right. Now adjusting. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And it'll be the Condors will snap it on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Condors have this offense rolling. Wide receiver going in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. The option look. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Oh, sticks that big mitt up there and grabs it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good. Easy call for the refs. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Savage.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get into those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Savage. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Williams open on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Grabbed behind the line. It's Paul. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to solve it. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's King. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Hauls it in. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And it'll be the Condors headed quickly to the line.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Dropping back. It's right. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. It'll be 3rd and long. Just keep slinging it. Fires left. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Throwing right. Makes the grab past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high-percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a...
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and then before you know it, he's just chewing up.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's right. Lets it fly. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the... He's got...
I think I must have ran into whoever was covering him. No, he just, hey.
And they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Condors will have it 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play.
Got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The old coaching cliche, go win